Meanwhile, President Biden reportedly planning his big budget proposal. We're told it's a $6 trillion doozy. That's a lot of billions. The 2022 fiscal budget includes Biden's infrastructure scheme and things like his family care plan, raising America's spending to the highest level since World War II. That's an accomplishment. The big question, how do you pay for it? The budget proposal makes no mention of continuing the Trump-era tax cuts on middle and income families. So does that mean everyone will eventually be paying more to pay for this monstrosity? Absolutely. Breaking it down now, the host of Making Money, 2 p.m. Eastern weekdays, right here on the Fox Business Network, Charles Payne. Charles, welcome.
Well, it's great to be here. And yeah, I have been to Cafe Milano, and I'll make sure next time I go, I'll invite you. Now, here's the thing. This thing is so bewildering, Kennedy. It really is. It's one of the largest, if not largest, year-over-year increases for money. We've had big spikes, obviously, in deficit spending, but they were always associated around short-term events, right? World War II, the Great Recession, and shutting off the entire economy, surviving that during COVID. This is something entirely different. And by the way, it's not really an economic plan. The irony here, and maybe it's not so ironic, even President Biden's administration admits the GDP is not going to do anything. It won't do squat, okay? This is all about redistribution and making certain people more comfortable than they are and at the expense of others. But even that's a farce. You could tax every billionaire in this country, and you're not even talking about paying for this. And by the way, it starts at $6 trillion, it ends at $8 trillion, and it's
that's right. In 2030,
so how do we pay for it? That was your question? Right.
Yeah. There's no way to pay for it. There's absolutely no way to pay for it. And the debt to GDP ratio gets so out of hand, all you're doing is committing generational theft. But no one seems to be concerned about that.
It's going to be so awful.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Kennedy, because it's being sold as something else. It's being sold as social justice, right? And people who are listening to that, they're not listening. No, it is. It's being sold as this is the way it's being sold to the American public. All the things you and I are talking about, the debt to GDP. Tell me if you hear anybody talk about that tomorrow. This is only being sold as a way of leveling the playing field, getting social justice. I'm not saying that's what it does. I'm saying that's how it's being sold. We want to get child care. We want to get this care. We've got a great giant welfare society being assembled right now, and it really, it's going to, when inflation goes up, we're going to be paying trillions of dollars a year on the interest. This will see deficits, trillion-dollar deficits for as far as the eyes can see, and it will be so detrimental to every single person in this country, more specifically the poor and lower middle class, without a doubt.
Yes, they're the ones, whenever you have an economy that is hamstrung like this and economic mobility goes out the window, the people who need economic mobility most, the ones who've never had it. And when you have an economy that's firing on all cylinders and you have companies that are hiring and investing, that's when people rise up out of poverty and extreme poverty. This just continues cycles of dependency.
It's so amazing. We've got over 8 million job openings, the most in history. Household balance sheets are clean, $1 trillion in excess savings, wages. I mean, everything you would want in an economy. The V-shape that began last summer, has gotten stronger. In fact, in many places, it's a check. We got a housing boom, a manufacturing boom. We are firing on all cylinders, and they're passing, or they want to pass, some of these emergency sort of bills, and the president keeps selling it as if we're still, like this is April of 2020 or May of 2020 and not May of 2021. Things have changed. We've combated it. We're coming out of it. And we're coming out of it. We could be a lot stronger. We don't need to go to a dependency type of economy because that's not how we became the greatest country in the world in the first place.
Yeah, and we need to go back to that economy that was absolutely soaring. And Charles, before you go, I want to talk about the Reddit investor mob because they are back. The clothing retailer Express up more than 33%. GameStop soaring again up 50%. And movie theater giant AMC inexplicably up 109%. So help me out, Charles. Should I be putting my money into these meme stocks? Or should I just be...
How come we didn't do... We should have done this segment a month ago. Now you ask me. I will say
now,
this.
Is it
a lot of
because,
those
I want to know,
stocks
like,
that are popular,
is it because of crypto? Is because crypto is tanking? Are people looking for other speculative investments?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. I mean, some of the money goes back and forth. Obviously, it's really popular with millennials, but there's a different thing going on here. And there's some of these rated stocks that I still think you could buy. I think Carvana is one that looks attractive. Listen, these are people are betting that these names come around and they do extraordinarily well in the long term. The irony about all of this is that most of these are long-term investors, which you want people to be, and they're betting on names that Wall Street have given up on. And you know what? A lot of times that works a lot. Wall Street is premature, too short-sighted. I think the Reddit crowd is a lot smarter. Listen, you don't necessarily chase all of them, but put them on your watch list, Kennedy.
I'm going to put them on my watch list. I'm going to put them on blast is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be making Charles Payne money here pretty soon. I love it. Charles, thank you so much.
I got to admit, I made a ton of money the first wave on these. And names, I had no idea. I was in Bed Bath & Beyond. I was in BlackBerry. I was in Triple D. I had bought them like 6 months to a year earlier simply because I thought they were oversold. So you know what? Invest in the market. That's all I can say.
Well, with all your great new money you've made, take me to Cafe Milano.
You got it.
Charles Payne, so good talking to you. Thank you.